Race drivers, this is Enzo with the Race Driver Coach Show, and we're talking about pretty much procrastination today, or you being the person that you need to be to achieve what you've got in mind. The question that inspired this video is from Adam, and he asked, Enzo, I'm not working as hard as I should on my goals, even though they mean everything to me. What can I do? I think everybody can empathize with you here, Adam, because we've all felt it, right? We've all had something we really want to achieve. However, if we look at our actions, what we've done to actually go and get this so-called goal or dream or objective, we see that our actions don't match what we want to achieve. So we don't deserve to even have it because we're not putting in the work. It's pretty much what stops most people succeeding. They're not putting in the work. And one of the main reasons for this is because I don't even know if we're taught this, but we kind of feel that we need to feel good in order to work good. We need to be motivated in order to put the hours in. So we're trying to access the emotions first in order to give ourselves the permission to get on with it, to do some work. And I think you know that if you live life that way, where it's emotions and then action, you are going to have a yo-yo work ethic. You'll be great one day, but then you'll be pretty much on the sofa playing PlayStation, FIFA football the next. That's not what you need to do, as you know, in order to get what you've got in mind. So this video is a reminder, really, of one mantra, something I say to myself all the time. And it's obsessive, actually. In fact, on the way back from the gym today, it's probably a 3-minute walk. I said this one saying over and over again, listening to music, and I came back. Okay, I was energized, but really, it was a reminder. Enzo, this is the mantra. Become the person you need to become to get the job done. Become the person you need to become to get the job done. That's all I was saying to myself. And it just reminds me of, it doesn't matter how you feel. You've got to actually be coded in a way, internally, mentally. You've got to have a script that you're reading from that forces you to be the person you need to be in order to create this dream. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to take a look at yourself now. Put a magnifying glass on the way you are, on your mindset, how you're performing each day, and just spot what you're like. Be self-aware enough to say, right, I can see that I'm getting up at 8. I'm feeling good for an hour. You know, I go to the gym maybe, or I go for a jog and I come back and I'm all fired up. Then I sit in front of the computer and I start to get lost. I look at my phone and I get distracted. And my to-do list, if you've got one, my to-do list is not being checked off. And then I feel bad about it, or I'm really motivated the next day to get it done, and I repeat the cycle. If you're doing this, you've got to understand that part of your coding, your wiring, your mindset, your mental matrix is causing you to trip up. It's sabotaging you. There'll be something there that stops you taking the action, believe it or not, and it'd be some kind of benefit to your mind in a twisted way, believe it or not. It's probably keeping you safe. So in other words, if you've got on your list, your to-do list, I'm going to call this company up again. I'm going to call this team up. I'm going to go for this job interview if it's something outside of racing. But then you stop, because you don't want to be rejected, or you don't want to come across a certain way, so you think, oh, I need to do a bit more prep. Let's take a look at that. Let's put the magnifying glass on that part, because that shows that your fear is the thing that's stopping you moving forward. So when I say become the person you need to become to get the job done, you can't be somebody who fears rejection. You can't be that person. You can't be the person who's worried about what other people think, you know, if you come across incorrectly when you're asking somebody for sponsorship, or you're providing somebody with a package that can help their company grow. Much better than using the word sponsorship. Because if you are that person who's fearful, you're always going to hit a limit. As soon as it gets outside your comfort zone, you're going to let it defeat you, and you're going to do something that feels good, like watch a motivational video, scroll social media or something. You'll just keep going the other way. But you know for sure that if you want to achieve this dream that you've got, then you've got to do them tasks. So it is twisted, and you know this logically, but when it comes to actually putting it into practice, you keep backing up, you keep procrastinating and doing other things and having excuses of why things are not working out. So bringing it back to becoming the person you need to become to get the job done, I want you to just do this quick system that I do with myself, but I do with my clients as well, when I'm trying to show them the mind that they need to train, the mind that they need to create, so they can then develop throughout the world and create this life they have, right? This is really it. So first off, start, as we always do, with the North Star, with the goal. What's the big juicy thing that you've got in your head? And I know you know it. It's right there. It's all you think about. It's all you see. It's all you tell people about, hopefully. Have that written down right now. And if you're driving, you can't do it, say it out loud. And if you're with people and you're driving, say it out loud in your head. My goal is to, bang, there it is. The second thing, the second layer to that, because I want to start that at the top and then bring it down layer by layer till it gets to little old you who's got to achieve all this. The second thing is, okay, what are the main tasks? And this goes back to that Maxi Attack video, really. What are the main tasks I need to tick off to accomplish that are going to take me towards that goal? They're like rungs of the ladder. If the North Star's at the top of the ladder, what are these rungs? Okay, I need to get money in to go racing. I need to be good at driving, if this is a race driver thing, which it normally is. I need to get a good team. You know, there's these things. I need to learn how to sell. So there's all these aspects and these jobs that really need to be ticked off, that need to be at the forefront of your mind on a monthly, weekly, daily, hourly basis. So you start to create those rungs on the ladder and you do it. Right, simple. Then we get to the bit that I'm talking about. If you look at all this big goal and all these mini goals underneath that contribute to it, the more medium, short-term ones, what do you think, or who do you think is the kind of person who could pull all this off? That answer that you came up with or will come up with is what's going to form your training to make you and turn you into this person that you need to become in order to get the job done. So if you look at it and you're like, right, this person who could achieve all these rungs on the ladder, they've got to be confident. They've got to be the person who can accept and adjust when they face rejection, when they experience rejection, when they fail, right? All the normal stuff, you know this. They've got to be the kind of person who is very organized. They've got to be the kind of person who doesn't let their fear get in the way. 4 things, right? If you had them 4 things and you added to them 4 things into the quality of who you are or how you perform every day, by the way, and you train these, all of a sudden you notice that you're starting to take more action. These rungs on the ladder are starting to be formed, built, overcome, climbed past, and you move on to the next one. So I really want to say here is you're the person that's holding yourself back from actually getting this dream. It might be money. It might be certain external things that are stopping you from, like, trying to stop you from getting the dream, but really it's you as an individual that can overcome them all. So let's start to look at you. Let's start to train you. What belief system do you need inside, internal, the script that you're reading from, the coding, the wiring? What do you need to believe in order to get the best out of yourself? And then what viewpoint of the world do you need? And that's what beliefs really build. They build your perspective, how you see things and translate things, and what you do with them. So external comes in, you translate it a certain way. It's your belief system that really tells you what that means and how you're going to react to it. So I want you to start to build now your belief system. And this isn't self-belief. This is your rules that are on the inside of you that direct you every day. So if you had, for example, a belief, this is someone who is not getting the best out of themselves. If you had a belief of, I can't look stupid. Another belief is, I can't fail in front of my family because I'm worried about they'll say, told you so, or go get a job. If you had another one of, I can't be rejected because it means I'm less. We're getting deep now. A lot of people believe this. If I'm rejected, it means I'm not good enough. If you had them 3 beliefs, no chance that you succeeded. However, if you flip them and had beliefs that you really believe And it's your mantra. You're saying it to yourself until it's in, and you live this way until the brain goes, okay, I believe it now. So you have to pummel it until it believes it. If you had something like, each time I get a rejection, I learn from it, adjust, and I go again. If you really had that belief only, forget the others. If you just had that, can you imagine how much further you would go in life? How many more times you would pick up that phone to call somebody, to go and approach somebody, to sell, to public speak? You would be on fire. So I believe that your belief system is at the core of why Adam and everybody else who's listened to this, who can align with it, is not achieving what they want. It's more the failure side. It's having that coded belief on the inside that you don't want to experience failure. Whereas if you were hungry for failure, I mean hungry, you're going to find it. You're getting out there into the world and you're like, what could I fail at today? What could put me on the very edge of my comfort zone? And if I'm most likely going to fail, but what would that task be? You watch what happens to your to-do list. And if you're getting kicks out of it, you're like, you know what? Each failure is actually making me better and it's getting me closer. And you never know, it might come off. So you're coming out, you've got that kind of attitude and that belief system on the inside. Revolutionary. You will get off your backside and think, right, what can I do today? I want to be scared. That old saying, do something that scares you every day. This is the same with your career. I want you to find challenges, actions that you can take that really push you. And you're like, you know what? If I do it and I fail, well, I've done it. I know it's not possible now. And it's not just in the back of my mind thinking about it. This is how to succeed. And to be fair, this is how to feel fulfilled in life. If you've got a life full of challenges that are really pushing you out there and they're growing you as a person because you're taking in these so-called failures and you're making them train you even better, you will be unstoppable, I promise.